to talk about discovering our kids' potentials or talents. God has created every child with their own special abilities and their own uniqueness, and we would like to appreciate them the way they are. But also parents are always looking for ways to discover what is my child good at, what are their special skills, what are their gifts, how can I help them develop these talents and these skills. So let's try to talk about this today and think of how we can help our children achieve their full potential. Well, as a start, we need to widen our idea or broaden our idea of what is considered as a special talent or special ability or a special skill. Sometimes we only focus on the really special, outstanding things only, like we want our children to be artistic or very good at sports or very smart at school or very good at math or very good at drama. All these are very, very good skills and abilities and talents and would be very helpful if we spot them early on and we try to encourage them. But what I want to say is that we can also help the children see other things that are very important and very unique about them, but are not as obvious as these very special talents. For instance, my child could be good at dealing with people. So they have good social skills, they know how to start conversations, they know how to be confident in talking in front of people, they know how to present their ideas in a good way. And all of this they can do use in so many different ways if we start focusing on and developing. My child could be very empathetic, very kind, very generous. Maybe I help them see how they ask good questions. I can help my child figure out how they like things to be organized and they have organizational skills, how they have talent in listening to others. So what I'm trying to say is that we want to actually start noticing the small things. Sometimes, especially if it's something related to my child character and it has always been this way, we don't notice how special it is, we take it for granted for a little bit. So what I'm trying to say is to help it that we have a very strong role to help our children see their abilities, what they're capable of doing, what they're good at, what they enjoy doing. Because usually if we enjoy doing something, most probably we can do a lot of it, which means we're going to be practicing and developing our skills in it. So that's the first point. The second point would be to help them try new things. So we listen to their cues. We try as much as possible to help them discover new things, try new things. Kids by nature are very curious. They want to explore. Some kids are more open to trying new things than others, especially from a very young age. I think parents would have noticed, like, some kids are open to trying new foods and some are not. Some kids want to take risks and jump from the slide or climb on the wall climbing. Some kids are a bit too protective or worried about themselves or don't want to take any risks, and that's fine. The whole point is to just encourage them and give them space and allow them to take their time to be ready to try something. Avoid labeling at any cost and say you're a coward, you're not brave enough. On the contrary, you were not ready this time. Next time, inshallah, you're going to be ready and I'll be there, and let me know what I need from you, what you need from me to help you be ready for it. So let them try new things, explore other options, ask them what they want to try, notice what they are passionate about doing. Some kids show very interest in pretend play, for instance, might show that they have good social skills. Some kids focus on puzzles and cars and building blocks. Whatever it is, just encouraging and see what can come out of it. Another very important thing is to praise and recognize how they do things, not just their results. So I like that you were focused today when you were doing your homework. I like that you were listening to the teacher. I noticed that you were very kind to me today when I was tired. You're very understanding, you're very compassionate. Try to comment on the values that you acknowledge about them and see them doing, rather than just focusing on the results they're getting. When kids feel that they have control over what we praise, like when we talk about their effort, when we talk about what they can do and can't do, this is usually something that encourages them to do more and try better and try harder. One other thing that can help with talent is to limit screen time. Unfortunately, having the option to be in front of screens takes a lot of time from our time, and it's also very addictive. So by time, if I have the option to be on the mobile phone or play games or watch TV as much as I want, by time I will lose interest in other social skills and other trying new activities. It would always be easier to get back to spending time in front of the screens. So please make sure that your kids have a time limit for the time they spend on in front of screens, and as they start using social media in the teenage years as well, it needs to have a limited time. Just make sure that when they are they have enough time that is unstructured for them to explore their talents and skills. Sometimes we feel that to help kids with their talents, we need to overschedule, to have them always having things to do, going to art classes and music classes and drama and sports practices and after school activities. That's all very good, but everything within balance. So kids need to have time when they have unstructured play, where they have time just to connect with others or to spend family time or just play on their own. And this time needs to be free for them, and we need to make sure it's happening, and it's okay for them to get bored, because actually when they get bored, they start thinking of new things to do, they start getting creative with the things they use, and they might actually discover things that they weren't able that they can do or are interested in. Thank you, and I'll see you next time, inshallah.